What's up, y'all? We're live. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Big Titan Talk. So, you guys, I wanted to do this episode. I'm literally getting hot right now. What's going on? But I wanted to do this episode of Big Titan Talk on live. Hold on. 1 second. Y'all, it's so hot up in here. Words can't express. Words can't express. So I live in Chicago and it's like very warm now. It's like 70-something degrees today. Thank God, I will say. But yeah, we're here. We're live. And we're talking about the final episodes of AOT. Guys, what the heck? What the heck? But before I even get on that, let me put this in the comments because I'm going to say spoiler alert. Okay, spoiler alert. Final episode. Hey y'all, welcome on in. Now, how do I get this to stay right there? Pin comment. It's pinned. Okay, great. So now everybody knows. But, you guys, just a few disclaimers. I just want y'all to know, this is my first time doing this. So, bear with me, and I'm going to need you guys' help if something is going wrong. Like, if you guys can't hear me or anything like that, you guys are going to have to let me know. Okay. Fourth season started off so confusing. Listen, who are you telling? Confusing AF. It wouldn't be right if I didn't start with this song. Guys, this is the song produced by Koku Asamoah. He made my Big Titan Talk soundtrack, so big shout out to him. I wanted him to be on the podcast today, but this man is not caught up in AOT. Like, what are you doing? Koku, get caught up. But Koku Asamoah, I will tag him in this video after. Hit him up, y'all. This track is so raw. Also, shout out to Juaso Graphics for this awesome t-shirt, which has a design made by Lavania Cristiana. I'm going to also tag them as well. Had to wear Megan Thee Stallion, Tina Todoroki, because My Hero Academia is back. Have y'all seen the past 2 episodes? I saw them. I thought they were decent. Can't lie. The first episode I thought, why is this happening? But I digress. It started to get pretty good. And I honestly think this season's going to be amazing. I think Deku's just going to straight out blow his arms off. I feel like he's just going to literally get to 50%. And his arms are just gonna fall off. And then, what's her name? Like, medicine girl? Doctor girl? Medicine lady? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The one who always is saving Deku's entire body. She's gonna have to literally, like, sew his arms back on. Guys, I'm so hot right now. Literally, I did not think it was gonna be this hot today. I'm gonna do a glasses change. Why? Because my glasses are fogging up. And that is the most annoying thing. Okay. Black glasses, Nae. So, you guys, runs on Duncan. My friend, literally, I'm already steaming up again. Oh my gosh, so annoying. But anyway, my friend Duncan's going to be my co-host for this one, which I'm going to bring him on in like a couple of seconds. I'm trying to think if there are any more things that I want to talk about before we actually get started. No, yeah, so I'm going to be bringing some people on to talk about the final season, this last episode, and you guys that are in the audience and stuff too, like, absolutely, if you want to pop on, send a request, and we can get y'all on here. But yeah, let's get started. I'm going to bring Duncan on. Oh, also, y'all, I got the wine because, listen, we all know the wine is the main character of AOT at this point. Okay, the wine has Paradise Island in a chokehold. The wine has their necks. And we gotta just pay respects to the wine for this one. But okay, cool. I'm about to bring Duncan. Yes, Duncan!
Hi.
Oh my gosh, Duncan, we have so much to talk about.
A lot. There's a lot to talk about.
Like, way too much. Okay, first off, guys, just introduce Duncan. This is Duncan. He's my friend from college, and this man has his own podcast. It is called We're Rewatching and We're Talking. And yeah, so everyone go follow Duncan after this. But Duncan, welcome. So,
Hi.
first off, how are you feeling in general after? Well, you know what? Let me just ask you this. How are you feeling about us getting a part two?
I love that we're getting a part two because I still have a bunch of questions. So the fact that there is a part two makes me feel better. I couldn't see this whole thing wrapping up with what they had given us, especially after we spent like 3 episodes of like just bureaucracy. I was like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
see them catching us up fast enough to end this season. So I'm glad we're getting a part two. I'm really excited for it, but I'm glad we're getting a part two. And you had to tell me we were getting a part two. I was very confused because I thought this was like the last episode for a minute, and I was like, "What? What is this? What's going on?"
Right. No. Yes. It's kind of confusing, but yeah, they were saying episode 76 is supposed to air in winter of 2022, and then what we got last week was the final one of part 1. Okay, let me just say this. We are on the final season part 1 of AOT. Why did they do it like that? I don't know how. I mean, obviously, as a watcher, I'm super excited that we are going to get a part 2, that AOT isn't over. But I'm also kind of like, that's just too many words. Like, why did they just? I feel like they could have just given us 24 episodes or just more episodes.
Is it? I feel like they're building hype, but it's weird because the show's ending and we can't get around it, right? So it's weird for me that like they're trying to build hype. That's what it reads as, right? They're building hype for the final episode, or for the big bang or whatever. But it doesn't. I don't see the need to. I feel like the people that love Attack on Titan are already watching it, so they're not going to garner or win any new support. I think you're gonna make more people mad that it's ending. Like honestly, like, more people are just gonna get more attached.
1000%. And I feel like they could have, I strongly feel like they could have waited to even say that it was the final season when the announcement for season, like the part 2 part came out. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why tell us this is the final season? Give us part 1 and then be like, oh, but the final season is actually going to last for like a year and a half. Also, what does winter 2022 mean? Are we talking January or are we talking December?
My hopeful heart is thinking this is gonna come out in December. It's gonna be a nice like December 12th announced like episode drop or something like that. I don't have. Let me pull up a calendar really quickly. But like that's my hopeful heart. However, something's telling me don't get my hopes up and to expect a January 2022 release or even February 2022. Honestly,
But I mean, what if they give it to us December 2022? You know what I mean? Like, what if they literally wait until December of 2022?
and I didn't think of that. So like, why
I
would
mean,
you?
that was immediately what my mind went to. But I feel like they did the whole winter thing because it is ambiguous. Like, we don't know what that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that gives them the leeway of like either getting this done very quickly or taking until December of 2022. I don't know. But like I said, I'm happy that we're getting more of it. But honestly, in my heart, I was just so hyped up for like, okay, this is it. These are the last few episodes we're getting. And then it's like, just kidding. Hold all of that. We'll be back. just like, okay. But
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about Yelena. First off, Duncan, you called, I feel like you just knew what was going to happen on this show. Like, did you
I
read the manga? You read the
I did
manga.
not read the manga. I did not read the manga. I purposefully was like, let's avoid the manga because I love this show, but I want to be within all of the hype of it. So I've
Mm-hmm.
avoided the manga like the plague, which is really hard for me. And I just want people to appreciate that I've been doing such a good job. But anyway, no, I was really excited, and I was happy that I was right. And I texted my brother right away, like, I was right. Did you listen to the Big Titan talk? I guessed all this was gonna happen, and he was like, "Well, good for you, but like, what is this?" Like, he brought me back down to earth. He's like, "We're still losing here. You do recognize this, right?" I was like, "Yeah, like." I don't want it. I don't want all the fighting, but you know, our man Aaron decided to become a terrorist. He thought that was his best bet. So I'm kind of hurt by it. I feel like he just goes from extreme to extreme. There's no middle ground with this person. It's just extreme to extreme, and I want better for him.
Yeah, you and me both, Duncan. I'm just like, I still don't know how I feel. I try to think not that hard about what I think about Aaron right now because I still don't feel like we're getting the whole story. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
story we're getting is like, I'm done with you. But again, we don't know the entire story. Ugh. But yeah, like honestly, you were so spot on with how important Elena's character was gonna be. I was not expecting this. Her sitting at the table with Pixis and being like, I told you we would be here again. It's just not how you thought, but we're here. I was like, girl.
Yelena, this was your original question. Yelena, me and her gonna have words because I love Pixis and I want for Pixis to do nothing but enjoy the rest of his life and die happy, and he can't do that because it's fucking. I'm cussing and everything. I'm sorry.
No,
Um,
it's fine. You go ahead. You can say that.
but this fucking zealot came up in his face and was like, "No, this is how it's gonna be," and I don't. I know she's a good, like, it's a good character and it speaks to good storytelling, but like, ugh, like I just want to punch her. And I love, I'll let you. I'm sorry, but there are parts
No,
of
go
this where
ahead,
I
go
love
ahead, go ahead.
any jab at Yelena. I'm like cheering for. So like when Peak was like, "Oh, you shaved your beard," it was a good look for you.
Bro, I was like, dang. But the two of them, okay, the two of them, Peak is definitely gonna be the more witty. I feel like Yelena, her energy is like this, like she's like you said, she's kind of unhinged a little bit, and her against Peak, Peak's gonna win 100%. But the way Yelena was able to wrangle all of this, her playing her role of like we're here to save Paradise Island, all of this stuff, like I can't lie, I commend it. I am shocked that that she was able to do this. And I mean, we see what ended up happening to Zeke, crazy, but I feel like she's now gonna be the head of this whole Jaegerist movement thing. And even, oh my gosh, Duncan, the moment she shot that guy, I was like,
Mama is crazy. She,
yeah,
I was,
she
I
said,
hate
and then she's gonna bow like, my apologies. I'm like,
saying, I, I'm trying to think of a villain or anti-hero of any kind that is that unhinged.
mm-hmm.
And the closest I can get to is like Hisoka.
Mm,
Where but even Hisoka has like rules and guidelines to like there's a method to his madness.
yeah,
Yelena's just unadulterated. I am obsessed with this person, with Zeke specifically.
yeah,
And whatever his vision is, that's my vision for the world. And I just wow.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna invite Frankie to come on, y'all. Like this whole, let's see. This whole Instagram live thing, we new to this, y'all, so bear with us. But
Please, I don't know what's going on.
I
yay,
did not.
Frankie!
I did not know I could like. I was like, why is she asking if she already had somebody on there?
Oh my gosh! First off, you look amazing. You look great.
Thank you, thank you. It's
Welcome. So you said in the comments that it's January. Okay, that feels better.
yeah. So winter 2022 typically means January's winter. So fall
Okay,
would have been like
later in the year.
October, yeah.
Mhm.
But they wouldn't say if it was December, they'd say the end of the year next year. So it's not the end of the year, it's the beginning of next year because the anime ends next week actually. The manga ends next week. And then that gives them enough time to, set those unrealistic deadlines for Mappa to kind of figure out how they're gonna get it done in about 6 months. So, you know, had to, give you some hope. At least we got till January, so it's like
No,
6 months.
yeah, that's so much better, girl. I was like, nah, they messing with me. Talking about winter? What does that
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
But
so
but
much
it's
better.
not done. And we want it to be like you want to wait, because then like a Full Metal Alchemist complex happens where they're trying to figure out, or like a Game of Thrones thing where they're trying to figure out like how to end it without the creators, and then we just
Right.
get like a mess. Yeah.
I want nothing to end up like Game of Thrones ever again in my life. If I could
Yeah.
have my way.
Soon.
Okay. Yeah, 0%. Okay, so y'all, we have to talk about Gabby and Falco's trajectory in the show. I feel so bad for Falco. This man has really just been put through the ringer. At this point, I'm like, you're 100% gonna become a Titan. I don't know if he's gonna be like an important Titan. Frankie, do you read the manga? You don't read the manga, right?
I don't read the manga, but like, yo, Falco made his own bed. Gabby told him to mind his business many a time. And Falco was just trying to be Captain Save a Hole, and that's what happens when you save holes who don't want to be saved. So I feel no remorse towards Falco at all. I'm sorry, y'all. He kind of
I
made
feel
his
that.
bed. You know what I'm saying? At least Mikasa has like something inherent that draws her to Eren, no matter how
Mhm.
he treats her. But like for Falco, Falco thinks he's being gallant and like saving her when she very well knows what she's getting into. She knows like what the repercussions are, and he has this like antiquated thoughts of like saving her. So yeah, that's what he gets. So he gonna become a Titan probably, and he gonna be a dummy Titan unless somebody around him to eat. So good for
Yeah.
him. Yeah, he gonna be running
Okay.
around like this all day,
Mhm.
messing with Gabby, messing with Gabby. He gonna be like this. Good for him.
Oh my gosh.
Good for him,
Okay.
man.
Yes, true. Now, Zeke being eaten by insert whoever that is.
Hmm.
Um, wild. I didn't see that coming, but
Does it count as being eaten?
He
Because
didn't
like,
get eaten. She put him in his stomach, I think,
but
so
I
he could
think but like that's
heal.
what matters, right? Like she went and was like directly, I'm putting you in me. And like his spinal fluid is now, I mean, she's
No, no, I think his spine has to be broken. Because remember, I asked that question. Aaron got eaten. In like episode 2, he got like swallowed, eaten.
yeah.
But if you don't crush the spine, that's what everybody was telling me. If you don't crush the spine and like actually his spine was still intact, she just kind of like I think he was controlling her. Remember, she was holding him
Oh, that's.
when he was running around.
Mhm.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, 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 yeah. So I think he was controlling her and was like, "Yo, I need to be somewhere not here so I can get it together." So I think that's what it
that's
is. I don't think he was eating.
real.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that's so real. Because in my mind, I was like, okay, this man is now he's disintegrating, but this Titan has now put him in his spine. In my head, his spine was done for. Like he was about to immediately
Yeah.
disintegrate. But no, that definitely does make a lot of sense. That's wild. If he survives this, okay, Levi dead or alive? What do y'all think?
Oh,
I,
Levi's not dying, y'all. What?
I want him alive. I want him to have his revenge on Zeke and cut him up nice.
Yeah, yeah. It wouldn't make story sense for the story either for him to die like that after he survived 80 of his mans turning into a Titan, Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Black Gate Comedy put it on the head. I think she put him in his stomach as a way to heal him because he was going to die. Yeah, just to keep him alive. I think it was a way to preserve him so he could, burst out of her.
I feel that. I think
Levi's alive but injured. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
Same.
even think he's injured, y'all.
Are you
Really?
serious? He's a human, though. I think he's alive, but I think he's down bad.
I think he lost a leg or something.
I don't know, y'all.
I feel like he lost both legs and an arm. He literally was standing.
Y'all gonna be like, what? Y'all gonna be like, what? Yo, I believe anything's possible ever since I watched this episode of Power and 50 Cent made it out of a building that exploded. Right. So ever since then, I never questioned if somebody survived or not, unless I see the body. Unless you see the body.
Fair.
Okay, that's valid. Okay, so we think Flock and them are gonna pull up to the site, and Levi's gonna be injured, but kind of okay.
Yeah.
Or in a tree. He had his ODM gear on. He gonna be in a tree. He was like, woo! He almost got me. Like that. He was like,
no. You're saying he totally said something. Woo! He almost got me. What?
Y'all telling me that y'all believe that Aaron has a bigger plan and haven't gone crazy, but y'all don't think Levi got out of an explosion? I just need to see there's discrepancy here in the AOT fans and the faith and the scouts. I'm just saying.
I think he's alive. I feel like the show has so many consequences that him not losing a foot, maybe even a pinky toe, him losing something is a little.
But
I think within the ballpark.
Has Levi gotten any of those consequences the whole movie?
That's a good
question.
The
whole movie. I mean, no.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole movie,
but this is a thunder spear, though. He was literally a foot away. If he really was able to dodge that, Levi is overpowered as hell.
He was able to take on the colossal titan, the beast titan Dolo.
Yeah,
so why you get what I'm saying? He got
that's
out of
true, and he did just get rid of 30 titans in 2 seconds.
And with the nice little Assassin's Creed free fall that he did too, and then
his face, oh my god,
his gear never runs out of air. You know how their stuff used to run out of air. His stuff never runs out of air. Come on, y'all, he's all right.
Oh no. So CJ here said, we're not talking about humans or titans. We're talking about a thunder spear. He's right. A thunder spear though. It's.
I don't believe it.
I think he's gonna be. I feel like he's okay, but he's injured. I don't think he's about to be in this. Whenever we start and we see that fight between Reiner and the rest of them and Aaron, I don't think he's gonna be able to just join the fight. I feel like he's gonna be in the hospital, but definitely.
So y'all think the biggest fight of the series, Levi not gonna be in? The biggest fight of the series. I'm not saying.
I think Levi's gonna be in the fight.
You think he's gonna be in the fight? Just footless?
The fight here, y'all. And Levi not in it?
Levi's gonna be in the fight.
Island?
I see him in the fight.
That's real.
That's what I'm saying. The fight for Paradise Island, the writer said Levi will not be in this fight.
That's real.
Because that's what y'all saying.
Also,
that's
Erwin was armless AF.
Yep.
Still saved Aaron. So you're right.
Yeah, but he was armless and had time to heal. Y'all saying the fight is right now. So if he's missing a limb, you saying Levi about to fight Titans, armless, bleeding, with a belt on his arm.
Yes.
Y'all got me. Y'all got me.
I believe it. I believe someone said he's gonna be doing the Sasuke. Yes, I agree with that. He's gonna be pulling the Sasuke, armless or legless one. Probably not legless. I'll say it'll be he's missing a foot. He has to lose something. It was a whole explosion.
To have his face, he was so close to this thunder spear, y'all.
Yeah,
unless he literally moved. Y'all saw in that scene, the little droplet literally said "plunk." if he was able to snatch himself away with ODM Gear that fast, again, he can't be touched. He can't be touched.
I've seen him dodge bullets.
That is
true.
true. That is
He
true.
was dodging those bullets.
Yeah, I can't believe this. I can't, and you know what? I'm gonna remember this.
She said, "I'm gonna remember this." Yeah, and I'm still over here like I feel like Aaron's not.
Like yeah, like I think, and this is just from a story standpoint. Like to kill Levi so unceremoniously just doesn't make sense for the story. You know what I'm saying? Sasha got a 5-day memorial, a 5-episode memorial. We still talk about Sasha's death. Potato Girl get more propers than Levi? No way. We watched Sasha bleed out.
That's true.
I don't think he's dead. And also so this fight between Reiner, Aaron, and all of them, it's just crazy to me that this is set up right now. So the last however many episodes is about to be this battle between Porco, Reiner, Peak, and Olive Marley against Aaron and them right now. Like, we're gonna open up this part 2 with the fight, and it's gonna last this whole. Like, you feel like that's what it's gonna be?
Oh no, they got to address the rest of the world. I think this big fight is going to be 3-4 episodes, maybe 5, and then the final 5 is dealing with the rest of the world. I think
it's going to be a stalemate.
Really?
Like, I mean, 3 episodes and what? They just gonna defeat him?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I honestly have no thoughts.
Game of Thrones in your head. That's what Game of Thrones in your head. Y'all got PTSD. Some people know how to finish the story. I think it'll be a stalemate, and then they're like, yo, we got to prep for when they come back. So then maybe Levi is missing something. He misses this fight, and then he comes back for the last one. When they're like, yo, this is it. We got to go to Marley. We got to finish this. Boom.
No, I feel that. I feel like this whole Reiner, Aaron thing, I'm ready for that to kind of be over, but I don't think that this is going to be, it's going to be a huge battle, but like you said, I feel like it is going to be kind of like no one's going to win here. Although it's going to be a tough fight. I feel like Porco, Reiner, and Peak against Aaron, I don't know. I kind of want to see that.
I have questions about Peak. Doesn't she fatigue easy?
Well, she can stay in her cart titan form for like a long, long time. So I wouldn't say that. But I mean, she literally has Gabby chained to her. So they're going to have to figure that out before she could do anything.
Yeah. I thought that was smooth. How she showed, that's his name? Galliard? Porco. Sorry. She showed him that Gabby was chained to her. I didn't realize that until I watched the episode back. When she rose her hands, like he was down there, so she was just signaling to him like, "Hey, there's a slight change of plans." Like,
I read that somewhere. I was like, "Okay, this is top tier." That was the moment where I was like, "He's not literally actually backstabbing them," because Porco was right there. Like his face was just so clear in the crowd too. But no, I was like, "Dang, she knows what she's doing." She had me fooled. I was like, "Oh shoot." Peak is not with
because she made sense. She made sense, right? What she was saying, she's like, "Come on, Gabby, we done. Titans are done. We watched them like almost lose a battle. If it wasn't for Gabby, they would have lost that battle." She kind of set it up so they could all pull up and stuff like that. I think without Zeke, they're done. Aaron already washed them up together. He washed up the cart with his boys. They just did that in their hometown, and now they're rolling up. But the difference is they don't have the army behind them right now. So, you know, how many Jaegerists are there? Is it enough to kind of fend off Marley?
No. I feel like they're in for a rude awakening with that. Like, I feel like the Jaegerists are gonna get washed, and Aaron, he's gonna be the only real saving grace for them. But
so who's killing Elena?
I don't think she's gonna die in this. You think she's gonna die in this battle?
Brianna Tart? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, but
Yelena gotta go. She's gotta go. I think Armin's gonna kill her.
I don't think so. I don't think she has to die. Yo.
I don't think she's going to soon. I mean, I think she picked a side
has been listening to said side since then.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's not about Elena that was like, I don't like her. I think she just chose a side that wasn't ours, or at least our protagonist side. And even so, she chose Aaron, right? Everything she's doing because of Aaron, not like on some, we keep on attaching it to Reiner, but this is still Aaron's plan that they're following more than Reiner's, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's a chance that Aaron has a plan that supersedes Reiner. I've heard rumors that maybe he's Historia's baby daddy.
Yeah, I've seen that. Or yeah, I've heard that too. I mean, I think so. I feel like that's 100% true. I don't know.
What's the benefits of that?
I mean, I feel like it's just a control thing. I feel like him having a kid with Historia, this kid is his kid. And the cycle of just the Jaegers trying to manipulate their children into just fighting the fight for them. I feel like it just makes more sense to Aaron for that to be under his control. But I mean, maybe not. Really, for me, the only thing is Historia is having a kid, period, is crazy. But yeah, I kind of feel like it is Aaron's.
That's crazy. How he convinced her? You think he hit? Like how? Like,
see, and I thought about that too.
I need to ask. These are questions we need to ask.
I feel like yes. I feel like they was like, this is for the best, and we gotta just do what we gotta do.
Yeah, I honestly feel like there was it was a logical approach versus this is the, I don't know, I love you and any of that. I really feel like it was more so we're just gonna do this because it makes sense or is logical.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I gotta see how this plan shakes out. I'm not liking it.
I agree. Also, Frankie, this setup is bomb behind you. I'm like,
thank you. I worked really hard on it. I just finished it, so I feel good. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I was like, dang, this is popping. Okay, before you go, Frankie, what has been your favorite moment of this season?
Yo, don't kill me, but I was crying when Aaron was washing up Armin. Because Armin forgot. I love somebody learning real quick. Somebody learning. And I love Armin, but Armin, I think the colossal burr hole got in his head and was like, yo, you gotta wash up Aaron. He talking about your friend like that. And Aaron said, you thought
talking about we've never fought before. You see why? Like, I was dang. But I was proud of Armin for throwing the first punch. I was surprised he even went for it. I was like, Armin, whoa.
I wasn't proud of him. I was like, know yourself. This is what I thought. Immediately. Know yourself. This is not you. Look, know yourself, bro. He feel it. And, he had his arm. I don't know. I think they're underestimating who Aaron is because of who he was. And it's clear that in the last 3 years, Aaron has not been the guy they knew. Like, even when they started getting people to come over and they were practicing and he was like shooting that rifle, he was talking that life or death. You get what I'm saying? So, like, yeah. I don't know. I think Armin forgot who he was, and Aaron had to remind him, and I wholeheartedly support that movement. So this is my favorite part, honestly. That and when the scouts pull up. I'm sorry. That's really my favorite part. When the scouts pull up.
No, yeah, that was raw.
That was
definitely tied with Armin getting washed.
All right, Frankie girl. We will talk later. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, great to meet you too. Bye-bye.
All right, Duncan, I didn't even ask you. Let's see, I think Ethan is coming on next. I'm about to see. But I'm going to ask you, what has been your favorite moment of the season so far?
Favorite moment was the scouts pulling up, specifically attacking Porco. And like these are the Demons of Parody. I texted you and told you that's a great band name, Demons of Parody. So yeah, that was my favorite moment. That imagery is still in my head.
Woohoo! Welcome. Ethan.
Yo.
What's happening?
Duncan, this is Ethan. Ethan, this is Duncan.
Oh, no.
All right. Ethan has also been on the pod before, you guys. And side note, Ethan, your last podcast episode I listened to on expectations, it was a banger. That was a
I
banger.
appreciate that. It was a fun conversation. I felt living a lot of life in that one. For sure. There's too much going on to not talk about how being a youthful person is a very stressful life cycle, and it sucks. Like, I hate being a youthful person.
Absolutely. And
It's
you
only
guys,
me that, yeah.
yeah, and y'all talking about just even just the reminder that we are all so young. And I am the type of person where I feel like whether in your 30s or 40s, whatever, you are young. Until you're literally on your deathbed, you can make use of your life in some way. You know what I mean? Like you can try
Yeah,
and
for sure.
and also just removing the expectations of where you're supposed to be. Like we say it all the time, but we have to do it. Like take away all of those expectations. But yeah, y'all go check that out. That was good. Okay. Ethan,
What's up?
how are you feeling about this? Or how are you feeling about the end of part one? Also, you called the wine thing 100%. On the episode you were on, you said they were giving them this wine. I was like, dang.
Bro, they definitely spiked it, bro. Like, I knew it. Like, it's just too, I didn't know how they did it, but it was just too, it was too reasonable. It made too much sense for them not to spike the wine. But that's crazy. How long was Zeke down there, bro, just letting dudes syringe him? Like, come on, like, it's like a lot of wine, bro. That's a lot.
And like, how did they
Go ahead.
measure out enough spinal fluid? I think is another question I have on that. Like, how much is enough? Is it quite literally just a drop?
It looked like it's just a drop because I don't think Falco had that much. And
Right.
folks were like tripping. Like,
right. He had a few drops of the diluted spinal fluid, and he already talking about, "Ooh, I feel this." Oh my God, no. But also, it's like, is it the spinal fluid when he's in human form or Titan form?
I think it's Titan form.
Okay.
Because that's a lot of spinal fluid. Like, I feel like
that's a lot of spinal.
Like, I imagine they hooked him up to like some like form of IV drain, and they were just dripping that shit. Like, just like got bags or like barrels of spinal fluid that they infusing with the wine. It's like, how does that even mix? Is it like an oil water situation? I don't know. Regardless, that is insane. And they definitely enjoyed that wine too. They was like, damn, I ain't never had it like that.
Bro, to this day, that's the biggest thing to me that does not make, I still am like, I cannot believe that they got over on this wine tip. Like, I am adamant in saying there's no way I would have ever drank the wine. I wouldn't have done it. There's no.
Anytime there's a situation where somebody eating something that's like, I've never had it like this before, so I'm wrong. So there's always something wrong going on with whatever that item is. And, you know, Levi was like, not feeling that, but he wanted to be a good captain. You see what a good captain got him? He probably have dead somewhere right now. Like, we don't know where Levi is. Like, all because he put too much faith in the process.
Way too much faith. Okay, so how are you feeling about the end of part one in general?
I felt like they tried to fit like 70 chapters in one episode, and it was very apparent that they were really trying to get to this point to say this is the halfway point of the season. But I was satisfied with it. I mean, like, am I ready for part 3 of Aaron versus Reiner? Honestly, I was okay with never seeing Reiner again. Honestly, like, this is what Reiner was gonna have to be, but he is that guy that is the perpetual loser in the series. He loses all the time. He lost at birth. Like, he lost the genetic lottery being birthed, you know, like in Marley, right? So he lost at that point in life. Ever since, he's just been fighting losses. He was just trash as a army cadet. He was trash as a champion, right? He was trash because he ran away and his big homie got eaten. And now he's having to like lead this small group of children, mind you, children. They sent children to this island on a like espionage mission to like spy on them, take the Founding Titan, whatever. The mission messed up at some point when he kicked down the wall at Rose, I think. Was it the Rose wall that he kicked down, broke through, and that's when his mom died or got eaten? That was his fault.
No, that's closer in, right?
Well, Maria is Maria is the outside, then it's Rose.
Yeah, it was Maria.
Okay.
Kicked that down, let all the Titans in. Apparently was not the plan. Aaron's mom got eaten. The cycle continues. Mm-hmm. He didn't really do anything for the scouts. Everything was ass backwards. And then now he has to apologize to Aaron because he realizes, oh, this is what I've created this person. I've created the situation, but there's nothing he can do. Now he's just sad, understandably so. He's confused. He had friends, and then he said, nah, I don't got friends for real. And then he wouldn't continue on this trash plan, and he's lost every single time. Now it's like the final stance. Like, I'm going to die anyway. That's what he's thinking. Like, I'm already going to die. He didn't even want to say Gabby for real. He said, why they yelling at me? I guess I'll get up. Like,
no, yeah. That was bad. That was bad.
Listen, it's a bad look for bro. Like, it's a bad look.
Why are we getting this again, low-key? I honestly, when we saw him almost get killed back in season 2 when they were by the wall, like, that was so long ago. Like, Reiner versus Eren, it's only gonna be worse. I honestly am really tired of seeing Armor Titan. Like, the more I see him fight, the lower he goes down on the list for me. Like, at first, I was like, dang, yes, this Titan's raw. Now I'm like, okay, decent.
It's going to be live, though. It's definitely going to be live because they have to make him better. Because Eren got conviction now. Like, before, the last time I saw Eren was like, I had a plan. I had a lot of faith in my scouts coming in for me, and they came through. I don't even really need to fight you right now. Look at you. You're not even ready for it. I'm going to bounce. Now Eren is like full on liberation with this whatever. Side note, I don't believe in his euthanization plan. I don't think he's ever going to do it. But I'll bring
he's not actually with that. You think that's just
because he's never mentioned euthanization.
Right.
He is the only one, a part of the plan, that has never actually mentioned what the plan is.
That's true.
So I'm holding out hope that my man is not really just about to say, I'm wiping out my whole race. Like, that's the plan. Yeah. Like, it's not on brand for him to do this. And like, when he spoke to Mika-san Armin that way, I was like, that's classic detachment. He detached himself from his friends so that way he can really go down with the ship and do the real plan. So that way nobody has to be tagged along with more death. Because it don't sit well that he definitely had like a breakdown when Sasha died. But everybody pretending that like he didn't have a breakdown when Sasha died. Like, clearly he cared about Sasha not being a person to die. But he had to stick with the plan. His plan, at least. I don't know. Anyway, I really hope he not with the wine Zeke thing for real. Because that's wild. Don't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I feel like he found out about that and was like, whatever, I gotta stay on track. Like, it happened. I'm working with Elena for right now. That's what they're on. But I don't know. I give him a lot. I give him a lot of slack because I do feel like him having these 3 Titans inside of him, he's not Eren Yeager no more. Like,
that's a good point. He might not be.
Yeah.
I was just gonna co-sign and say, like, somewhere along the way, because they talk about how the founding Titan typically controls the host or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the will of the founding Titan takes over the host. So with that being said, I feel like between the founding Titan and the Warhammer Titan, we lost him completely. So going back to how you mentioned his breakdown, I think that was also what was happening at the same time. There was those 3 Titans in one body messing with him, and then there's Aaron's mindset as well that's saying, like, but this is my friend. So it wasn't really him laughing. It was like the 3 of them coming together and being like, this is our plan. and
Ooh.
fuck it.
That's tough. I don't know. He's been a bit strange ever since, like, when he pulled up on Hans in the Hans's in the cell when he was locked up.
Yeah.
That was a weird look for him, bro. I didn't know what was going on, but he had a bunch of testosterone going on. I wasn't feeling it. I was like, hey, bro, relax. Like,
yeah, ultimately relax. Like, that was ridiculous. Now, that moment was enough to make me be like, oh, yeah, he's done for.
Like, something up. I was like, something's up. That's not the real Aaron that I know. He wouldn't have done that.
You can't disrespect me like that. That's real.
For real.
Okay, Ethan, what has been your favorite moment so far?
Ooh, favorite moment. I gotta tell you, when the attack on Marley happened and like Reiner walked in that basement and it was on site from then on, like that 5-episode string was unparalleled. Like each reveal was like, yes, 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 yes. I was like, they're hitting all the things I want to feel right now. So I feel like the attack on Marley sequence is probably like my favorite for real. But the thing that got me the most, and I was like, damn, they really taking this to another level, was when they suicide bombed bruh in the office. I was like, did that really just happen? Like, I don't think I've ever seen something like that, like political intrigue to the point to where like somebody legit just got like bombed for political reasons in an anime in a while. Like, that was some like Code Geass type shit. Like, that's not something that I've seen in a long time. And I was just like, yo, this anime really going for gold right now. Like, it's trying to be the best of all time. Like, right now. Like,
Absolutely.
unreal stuff. So,
and
between
yo,
those
I
two,
heard that too. She was like, whoa, wait. Like, that's, ooh, she's something else. All right, Ethan, thanks for coming on.
for sure.
And also, y'all, make sure y'all listen to his podcast. Like I said, it's really good.
Can you link it or post the podcast somewhere where us other folk can find it?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, everyone's everything because y'all are all dope and everybody needs to see what you guys do.
Appreciate it, for sure.
All right, peace out, Ethan.
Peace.
All right. Okay, let's see if we can get Sims on because he put in the chat the teacup emoji.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I saw that too. Love it.
I'm so weak. Okay, let's hear it.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy I enjoyed that. But I'm going to not spoil anything for anybody.
Right, because you read the manga. But what's crazy is when you told me it would be something I didn't expect, like all of this, you were correct.
Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. That was small potatoes. Y'all haven't seen nothing yet. Y'all, that was a wash. What y'all about to see? Oh my God. Let's just say, I guarantee what you said. What's your name, brother?
Duncan.
Duncan, right? Duncan. What you said about how, man. When I saw how much they put into the episodes, like you said, I was like, oh, so y'all, okay, this is what we doing. Oh, when this next fight happened, to the final fight, there's going to be a lot of moral questions asked in this series that Team Yeager going to really have to sit back and be like, y'all remember when we all saw Civil War, right? Captain America Civil War?
Mm-hmm.
And we all thought Tony is wrong for this. Tony is all this, Cap is right. And then we found out about Cap knowing about Bucky killing Tony's mama. And you really had that moral situation like, I don't know who's right and wrong anymore. That's how the series goes. And I'm not spoiling nothing, I promise. But there's a moment in the manga where it's really, you have a moment where you really, they really ask a question. There is no good and bad anymore. It really is just now like a survival status. And trust me, when that drops, when is it supposed to come out, the part 2?
They said winter 2022, and Frankie that's January.
they taking too much time. They need to drop that in fall because there's no point. I mean, there's a point because I know the animators are freaking exhausted. I saw the dude's eyes when he was animating this. He looks exhausted.
Mm.
That poor man looks like he's been working nonstop. So I understand he probably need a break or something, but if it's already done with, he need to hurry up and wrap this up because I already got all my alarms on my house, my phone, my computer. I even put a time slot in on my work schedule to not bother me. April 9th, the final chapter comes out, and that ride from where y'all at now to this, man, y'all in for a doozy.
And see, that speaks so much about this show because I feel like I'm already emotionally spent. Like when the euthanization plan came out, I was already like, it's like, how much more can I take? Like, how much more of this we have? Like, that to me is the worst option for what they could do. And the fact that that's who I, in my head, Zeke is a top contender for, might actually have a good resolution because of his, you know, he's from that royal blood. He has more knowledge about the world. So I'm like, maybe Zeke actually has a decent plan. But I'm like, that's what you came up with? Like the self-hate and just, it's that deep that you're like, we're just gonna get rid of us.
So
for
I don't like Zeke. I never liked Zeke. I hate that hate. Mine, and to answer your question, you're going to ask, my favorite part in this whole series and this season is this Levi dogging that damn monkey. That will always be my favorite time. Is this Levi pulling up on that ape and beating him like his name is Godzilla. Like, I swear, just watching him. But there's a part in there that was so subtle because we were all hyped up about the Marley fight, and we were so focused on Aaron and Reiner whole thing. We kind of skipped over the part where the King Prince, whatever that dude was that Aaron ended up like killing. He mentions the part in there that how bad Paradise was when they was running the show, and how the Titans were so feared globally, and how they wiped out almost like half of the human population on Earth. If you look at it, and I don't agree with Zeke's plan. I really don't think euthanization is a good idea. But to understand where his chaotic mind is coming from, he's looking at it like the Titans have brought nobody but misery. Since day one, it has been nothing but a miserable, horrible run. There's no happy ending for a Titan. Even if we get Titans, we get what, 13 years, and then we die after that. So if you get your Titan stuff at like, what, I think Aaron got like, what, how many years left?
Not very many. What, like 3 or 4 or so?
Yeah, and I think like even Zeke's time is up almost soon also, because it's like Zeke's been at this for a while, and that was even something I questioned in the series when they sent Reiner and all of them over there to destroy the wall. I was like, and you didn't have Zeke accompany them? You just sent 3 little kids into a enemy territory and said, hey, figure it out. I'm like, you telling me that Zeke couldn't tag along for that? Like, you know, like,
especially because that was such a, like, we don't know how this is gonna go. Y'all could break through this wall, and the king very well could be like, what? We're releasing the Colossus Titan. Like, that decision, I feel like that mission was way too important, like you said, just to have the 3 of them. Or I guess that other guy, the Jaw Titan, Marcel, he was supposed to be there too, but not enough. Not enough.
And then it was like, and then it was even going back to the level like where they mentioned before about the king and all his stuff, and how he kind of like wiped their memories of the people of the island. I had, once you really get into the manga, you really start asking that the king was like, I'm so sick of my people that I have to wipe their memories. Like, how messed up of a people are you that the whole island got to get their memories erased because y'all want smoke that badly? And then we see this repeat again with the Jaegerists, which are just pretty much borderline Nazis, if we're all kind of being real here. Like, you can call them freedom fighters all you want, but Aaron's plan is not the same thing as like everybody thinks it is. And it's like, again, I can't divulge too much because I know too much, but it's like, it's really like Aaron's out for self, and his plan is the final plan. And what he wants to get done is going to get done. Like, I don't see Aaron anymore looking at his, like, even the scouts and, well, Arm and Masaka. He's more looking at them like, yeah, means to an end. I don't like he remind me of Ghost from Power. That's how I feel about the brother. He feel like if I go down, all y'all going with me, but at the same time, I'll sacrifice any of y'all anytime I feel like it. Who gonna get mad at me? Who wants smoke? Who up here gonna throw hands with me?
Yeah. I mean, he literally said, I am free and y'all are not. And there's nothing I despise more in this world than people that are not free. And I'm like, yikes, full blown, just, yeah. I mean, I don't think you can get any more clear than that, than being like, I am free, y'all not free, I hate y'all. Like,
And it's even crazier because like how much Titan powers he has. He could say you could look at it two different ways. He could be saying that like I'm free, I can go wherever the hell I want, I'm good, or is a level like no, I'm free, you're not. Please understand that. And he could easily be flipping that like no, I control all of this. Like this is my show. I don't think you understand. I'm the main protagonist. Y'all the ones stuck in this. Storyline wise, I haven't read a manga or watched the anime with this good of storyline in a very long time. There are so few to none plot holes that it's like it's very, very well done. Like I have to give accolades to the creator. Like he knows how to drag out suspense. He knows how to keep a story going. I can only imagine the stress this man went through writing this story because I actually appreciate, even though it sucks it comes out once a month in a manga for 50 pages, I appreciate that more because you have so much time to put into the story and make sure everything comes out correct. Because if we did it 16 chapters every week, we tend to run that whole scenario like, okay, we're going to end up with plot holes. There's going to be questions asked here, like what happened. Like I love the show, but Naruto has so many plot holes that you can throw a whole card in there and they ain't going to hit nothing. And this series is just so well put together that it has to be considered, in my mind, one of the storyline wise is easily the top 5 of anime that has ever existed, just as it stands right now. I was actually expecting them to do a movie, but looking at where they stopped it at, there's no way they're going to do a movie unless they about to do a Zack Snyder 4 hour long. Nah, even still, they got so much to put in there. There's so much more left. Like I was actually shocked when they were saying this the last episode, and I was looking at it like I was going back and forth because y'all know I read the manga. I was like, oh, y'all stopping here? Oh shit! Wow, y'all gonna leave them hanging like that?
No, for real. I feel like an even worse stopping point. I was like, why didn't they stop it right after Zeke and Levi blew up? But that would have been even for me worse. Like I would have been more like, whoa. I need an episode right now. But okay, so it's almost been an hour and I don't want it to kick us off. So I'm going to stop the live and then come back on. But before I do that, Sims, if you wanted to plug anything or anything like that,
I'm already plugged in, so I'm good.
Like, nice. Okay, y'all. All right, I'm going to end this and then I'll come right back on.